Frank Show, what? The Frank
the
Show,
Frank,
come on, the
Frank,
Frank
the
Show,
Frank,
what?
what?
The
Frank,
Frank
the
Show,
Frank,
come on, the
Frank,
Frank
the
Show,
Frank,
what? The
Frank,
Frank
the
Show,
Frank,
come on,
Frank,
Frank
the
Show.
Frank.
It's time for the show.
Hey, surprise. Frank here. Yeah, I just got off work and I was thumbing through YouTube and I was like, let me check the old channel, see what's going on. I hopped in and I saw a couple comments and I saw that the last time I had posted was 6 months ago. And I watched the video because I was like, why not watch your own video and see what was going on in your life 6 months ago? And it made me realize at the start of the video, it was like, hey, I haven't seen you guys in 6 months. And it was like, I guess I have some kind of cadence about 6 months. So anyways, here we are. Now, a lot has happened since the last time that I made one of these videos. At that time, I think I was working 3 jobs. So I was working at a pizza place, and that was 7 days a week. I was just hustling dough all over Southern California, and it was killing me. I was having fun, don't get me wrong. I love working in food. I love working in a pizza place. I love hanging out with people, but I was breaking my back. First thing in the morning until the end of the night. Frank's always that first in, last out kind of guy, and I keep that going because you know what? I didn't know what the future held, and if I was gonna have a career in that, which I don't mind doing food service. Food service is fun. I would happily still open a restaurant one day in the future, but that being said, I was pushing and I was making sure that I was like, hey, you know what? If this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to be Mr. Number One, Mr. Johnny on the spot with Frankie on the spot. And so I did that and kept grinding. Now, that was job number one. Job number two was doing stuff for Gorilla Tag, which was also a blast. Now, I was updating all their social medias and I was working they had kind of hired out a third party company to handle marketing and social media stuff. So I was working with a team that was coming up with some ideas and this and that. And then they'd say, hey, Frank, come here. And they'd crack the whip. And then Frankie would come out of his little cage and he'd throw on a headset and do his little dance and make the videos and we post them on the channel. It did pretty well. The players seemed to rock with it. They seemed to dig Frank and kind of kept going from there and doing my little thing on to the next job, number three. And the gorilla job, monkey job, was a little bit part-time. So it was just when I had free time where I wasn't slinging the pizzas and I wasn't working on the other job. Other job was this other VR publisher. It was called Viral, and they were out of Miami, and they were doing some really, really cool stuff. And it was interesting for me to see that publishing side of virtual reality because I'd never done that before. But yeah, it just wasn't a fit. And then the most magnificent thing happened. Jake Zim, who randomly, y'all, has been watching this channel and this content for a long time. So I learned, and I didn't know this, I just think I knew at one point in time, but I forgot to connect all these dots as I was going along. But my boss now was the lead guy for marketing for PlayStation VR original PSVR 1. So it's nuts now sitting with the guy. Anytime I talk about stuff, he's like, yeah, that was this idea. Yeah, it's really, really fun working with someone that was that close to something that was so near and dear to my heart. PSVR 1 is really the system that made it for me. I wouldn't be in the position that I'm at right now, I think I forgot to say that. So my new boss, Jake, is the CMO at another Axiom, and another Axiom makes Gorilla Tag. We also have Orion Drift. As you can see behind me, this fun little monkey versus robots poster that we made. It was just like a little giveaway when we did a company thing. And yes, I am there doing all this social media. So basically, if y'all remember when I was over at First Contact, similar stuff to what I was doing there. So just running the YouTube, running the Twitter, what we put on Twitter, running the TikTok, and running the Instagram and any other kind of social amounts. I work with our creators, and I kind of just get to have fun and hang out with the community. I like to say that I monkey around, no pun intended. But yeah, so that's a blast. And yeah, it's nuts. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for PlayStation VR, and it's so cool to be now working. It's just those like invisible strings, you know. So that's too cool. And so that's kind of why we're here today and what I'm doing. So I do that all the time. I mean, now I have Saturdays and Sundays because this is a Monday through Friday gig, but let's be real. Frank likes to put in a couple extra hours. So I'm normally helping with some streams on Saturday and Sunday where I can, or kind of helping make community videos because then I have a little more free time than like my standard out schedule throughout the week. But yeah, so it's tougher for me to get other little projects in the works, but not fully impossible. And so we're here today talking about the future with this channel. Now, I never want to go away or stop doing anything, but I'm very much passionate about what I'm doing right now. I'm very much passionate about what we're doing in Another Axiom and this job. So it's hard for me to like stop that train driving. I believe in. I've been a VR guy since I've been able to start it. It wasn't just that like PlayStation VR was the best. It wasn't just that like, oh, this is something new. It was something deeper about just that immersion and that sense of feeling and that sense of presence and that sense of community and that sense of like breaking things down and making it into some better, safer, more fun place in many ways. And so like that pillar of just my investment in this medium has got me super invested in this company that I'm working for because they're filled with a lot of people that also feel exactly the same way that I do, and many people that don't feel the same way that I do that are differently. But still, it's just really nice to work for a VR focused company that is really, really focused on the presence and the immersion and the diegetic aspects of it, which is something that I really, really like. So that's been a super, super fun change. So because my brain's just all the way in that, I'm always thinking about that. So I'm playing other games, but it's more just to like play other games to see what everything's going. I think you have to play other games if you're going to make good games and you're going to see what people want. You want to see what's out there. I think it's important to kind of play what's going on in the VR environment. So I'll check out new VR games every now and again. I checked out Battlefield 6 the other day. So I'll try new stuff. Most of the time it's going to be like progression based or multiplayer because that's just my jam. But yeah, so when it comes to that, no more VR game reviews. That's probably not my jam. We might do some hardware stuff. I don't know. I could do stuff if that's what y'all like. But I guess that's the point. Anybody that's already made it this 6.5 minutes into the video, you probably care about what we're saying or what's going on or want to see more videos. So what we see, I mean, I can kind of talk about the dev working for Gorilla Tag a bit, but most of that's kind of on the channel. I mean, I can talk about life stuff. We can make food. I have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have fun. I want to hang out. I don't want y'all to think that I've just kind of forgotten and that it doesn't matter. I don't play PlayStation VR 2. I have it. I don't really touch it. I'm basically just on the Quest 24/7. Occasionally some Steam VR stuff just because it's like so easy to just turn on a computer and have that going. But yeah, my PlayStation VR 2 just chills. If there's some super duper hype game that I have to play that's a PlayStation VR 2 exclusive, there's a chance that it might get pulled out for that, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't know. I would love to be proven wrong. But yeah, I'm still 100% VR. It's awesome. It's the future. On a deeper level, I think that for those that want to just like escape, it's going to be just keep getting cooler. I do think that AR will kind of like overtake, just because I think like AR and phones and glasses. I mean, it makes sense. Everybody's got a phone. Not everybody has a video game console, so everybody's gonna have the glasses and be doing the thing. And then the hardcore ones and the people that want to get into the most hardcore of gaming are gonna be into VR because, duh, I bet you'd probably be like plugged in, which Frank's gonna be doing if he can. Why not? But yeah, so we can always talk that. I'm always down to talk cool VR stuff or things that I like or stuff going on. I did like doing the news stuff. I don't think I'll do the news stuff. I follow, but it's not like I'm not gonna do all that research because I don't have the time for it. I can do these off the cuffs where just yabber on for whatever minutes plus, but like that's easier. I don't know what I would do. It just depends. That's what I'm here. I'm here. If you guys don't want to see any more videos and just every now and every 6 months we do one of these fun little life updates, that's chill with me. You want to see more, we can do that. We can do anything. I can keep you posted. But yeah, so that's it. I'm living in a different place now. I've moved. Y'all never have seen this setup before. This is a new setup. As you see, it's very monkeyed out because I do a lot of like content for the social media, so it makes sense to have like all the Gorilla Tag stuff and all that behind me, so it's super fun. I never thought I'd have like a space like that. I'm slowly filling it out a little more and more. I don't know how long I'll stay here. I like moving around. I think since being in California, I moved like 9 times. It's crazy. But yeah, we shall see. I like pizza. We all know I like pizza. I've got some really good pasta recipes. We can make some spaghetti and stuff. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Let me know, please. As always, you're amazing. Couldn't be here, wouldn't be doing it without y'all. And please remind yourself that you're the most beautiful and amazing and coolest person in the whole wide world and that you rock. And you got to get up every morning and remind yourself of that. I mean, come on. Now, thank you all. And friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Smooches.